y'all, welcome to the channel. Today is going to be one of those first ever kind of videos. So, just beware. From the lady that I got this from, I'm going to leave her video to this very same recipe in the bottom down there. So go check her out in the description box. So, I hope one day I can grow up and be just like her. I told her the other day I wish we lived close by because I could learn so much from her. Teresa at Stringfield Ridge Farms is who I'm talking about. If you have not been to her channel, please go check her out. Her and Lee are just so humble, so funny. I love to talk to them. They do their lives on Friday nights. And I just love to watch the videos on their channel. So today, my first time ever, I'm going to make some homemade sauerkraut. And her video, it seemed to be fairly easy. So I'm going to attempt this. I have a cabbage. And I've got a good wide mouth jar that I'm going to use. I have a small jar for a weight. And somewhere I've set them down. I gotta find them now. A coffee filter to go on top with a rubber band. So, give me just a minute. I'm gonna get in here and core this cabbage, cut the core out, and cut it up real small. Now, you can cut it up really small, thin pieces, or you can cut it thick in chunks. So that is your preference when you make your sauerkraut. So I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, this is where the fun begins. I have got all of the cabbage cut up, and I'm going to add my salt to it, and then my hands are going to get busy in here breaking this cabbage up. She said to keep working this cabbage and breaking it up, because when this cabbage gets broken up, the water will start coming out of it. And so that's what you want to make sure is happening when you're working on your cabbage to get this kraut made. Okay, I'm using pink Himalayan salt. They say do not use the table salt. So I had pink Himalayan, and it says use a tablespoon. So I'm going to dump that on in here and start kind of giving it a good toss. And then we'll start kind of working it, crunching it, breaking it up. This is going to take a little while, so be prepared to work on your sauerkraut. Don't plan anything. You can feel it getting limp as you're squeezing it. You can feel it. When you first start out, it's really hard, and then it loosens up. As you're squeezing with that salt in here, it'll loosen up. Okay. Now I want to take my mason jar and start sticking a little bit in here. Don't worry about if you get anything on your jar, because you'll wipe that off later. Alright, I have some in the jar. Now, I don't have one of those wooden things that you get in the jars and you beat it with. So I have to use what I've got. So, I'm going to be mashing this, breaking it down, and doing that jazz for a little while. And when I get this broke down, I'll add a little bit more to it. So that's what I'll be doing for a few minutes, y'all. Okay, the fun begins. forget, if you pound and pound and pound and you don't have enough water to cover it, make sure you have some of that filtered water, or if you're using well water, they say boil it. So I just wanted to let you know that. I'm going to tell you before I forget it. Because remember, this is my first time doing it, so I don't know if I'm going to have enough juice. I haven't even started any water yet, so I'm just going to keep mashing and mashing. I feel like I'm churning butter, y'all. But anyway, this takes time, and I might have enough to do 2 jars. So we shall see. Alright, y'all. I'll be right back. I'll show you this when I get it pounded. There's no need to hold you here until I do that. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. Well, I used this one for a little while, and I had to break bad and use my wooden spoon so I could get all the way down in the jar. But I wanted y'all to see, without me spilling it, can y'all see the lip? There you go. So it is really breaking down now. I have got to get me one of those things. One of them, it's a wooden thing and you pound in the jars. I don't know what they're called, but I have got to find me one of those. Anyway, so I ended up putting some in another jar, and I got to get it worked down also, but I'm heating up some water just in case, and gonna let it cool down and throw some water on top, because you just need to make sure it's covered. But I might not need it if I keep on pressing it down. I might not need any of it, but I wanted to go ahead and let the water boil to clean itself and purify itself, whatever. But anyway, they say don't use well water, so I had to boil it. So I just wanted to let you know what was going on, and I'm going to keep on pounding, and I'll be back when I get it all done. I'll be back. Alright, I have got 2 ready to cover, and the water, look, can you see? The water's right there on them, so I think they're okay. I don't have to add any more water to them. Next thing, I saved cabbage leaves, and I'm going to put them on the top. So let's get on down here and get this covered up so we can put these in a dark place. Alright, so I'm just going to stuff this right in here and do the same with this one. That way your jelly jars will fit right in here. And just press it down. Press it down. Press it down. Now you see all the juice? So that's a good weight. And then Teresa also said, along with this as your weight, you can put a cloth or a towel or something on top of it to cover it. But she also said that you could use coffee filters. And I have coffee filters that I don't use, but they're given to me. So I never throw things like that away, because you don't never know when you might need them. So now here they are. Alright, so now here they are. They're all covered up, and you see the liquid is on top of the cabbage. So now you need to make sure that you put it in an area that's like between 60-70 degrees room temperature or something like that. You don't want it too hot, and you want it dark. So I'm going to put it in my bedroom. My bedroom stays dark all day long. It's never bright in my bedroom. I have my windows covered, so it stays dark in there all the time, and it's really cool in there all of the time. So that is where I'm going to put these for 2 weeks. So I've got it marked on my calendar. In 2 weeks I'll come back and check them and give them a try. If you like it a little more tart or something, stronger, Leave them in there, taste them in 2 weeks. If you want it a little stronger, leave it in there a little while longer. Give it another week and try it then. So anyway, y'all, I did it. I made my first attempt on some homemade sauerkraut. So in 2 weeks, I'll come back and give it a taste test. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. Alright, hey guys. So I am back after 2 weeks of doing the sauerkraut. And I took it up and I undid one of them. Well, here's one of them. And I had a little bit of mold go on. So I contacted Teresa at Stringfield Ridge Farm, said, help, help, help! What the heck? So she said maybe I needed to have had it pushed down a little bit more. But don't worry. Take that off and everything should be okay. So that's what I did. I took the lid off. I took everything off. I've already been in here and kind of stirred it up. But that's what it looks like in the jar. And like I said, I took the jar out with all the gunk because there was gunk in there, and I mean, it smells okay. So then she said, heat you some up. She said it's good with Polish sausage and stuff like that. Well, I'm just going to heat this up, and I did. And now, I'm nervous, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so used to the sauerkraut in the jar. I don't know what to think about this, y'all. I truly don't. And I love sauerkraut in the jar. It has a weird taste to me. It has a weird taste. Contact you tomorrow if I get sick, okay? Because this sure ain't no how-to video. No, no, no. It's got the twang. I taste the twang now. Still got a crunch to it. A little bit of a crunch. There it is. Twang. So, here you go, y'all. That's what it looks like. I don't think it's bad. I'm just not used to this. It's going to take me a little while to get used to something like this. Alright. So if you want to know how to make sauerkraut, go check out Teresa at Stringfield Ridge Farms. And also, there's another one. Go check out Grampy Campy on his channel. He did some also. So, between those two, maybe y'all can make some and it work out. Maybe y'all will like it. I gotta get used to this, honest. I told y'all, if I try stuff, I'm gonna let you know what I think about it. Tastes funky to me. I don't know. It doesn't smell like it's bad. It just has a weird smell to it. But it does not smell like it didn't work. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to put their information in the description box with all of my other stuff. So be sure to go down there and check out all of that stuff. It's good stuff down there. Anyway, go check it out. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Boy. Love y'all, mean it. See you later.